Hi guys, what's up? Wagwan, welcome back to my channel. So today I really wanted to talk to you about and to tell you how it is to be a football player wife, and is it that easy, or is it difficult and hard? So you know, social media, them always love to highlight only the pretty side of the story, and basically say the football players wives them live lavish and everything them all right, but basically it's a hard job to be a football player wife, and some truth in it. I mean, you can live lavish, okay, but the question is for how long you can live. Of course, during your husband or boyfriend career, you can live good, you can live wealthy, but after, this is the next question. I'm gonna talk about it too. So I've been married to my husband. He's here. See guys, we are for more than 6 years. So no, he's not really playing due to the epidemic and due to everything what is going on now in the football world, in the world in general. So you guys can ask him if he wants to continue to be a football player, or that is it. I don't really know, but I'm gonna talk today about what I went through. All right, here. So to be a football player wife means that your life becomes a journey, and you don't really know where you will find yourself tomorrow. Even your husband, you don't really know, because the opportunity is so limited and the competition is so high. So sometimes when they have contract, they can't really, football players, they can't really act like, oh, I don't really like that country, nah, good here. They only have chance to grab it and work with it, you know. You can't be picky, because if you're not gonna take it, somebody else gonna take it, okay? So sometimes even third world countries, they offer good contracts. So the comfort is not number one priority. What really and truly football players they chase, if you could say so. I think first of all, they chase what, material part, all right, and next comes with it, all right. If you could say so. And you as a wife, you have to understand that you have to work with it, and you have to, you know, follow your husband no matter where he decides to go. And we know a lot of relationships, well, basically when wives, they stay in their home countries and they let go their husbands, boyfriends to make money to other country, but not really like those distance relationships. I'm not gonna explain you why. Because football players, them have a lot of temptations. Oh god, a lot. I'm gonna talk about it here. And manure situations can be different, and situations can be difficult, so them can just simply come. Some women, they study, some women, they have families, they can't leave here. And here, that's just my opinion. The distance relationships with football players is something that eventually will crush, or something what is not really possible. Yeah, but people do it, but then those women, them don't really know what go on with them husbands, and because them in their countries doing something like they live complete different lives, and they're not into each other, you know what I'm saying? Because phone conversations are not enough, and 3 times per year visits not enough. Also, you have to be there physically to support your husband. That's why I sacrifice a lot for my husband. I left my university, come me really and truly understood that distance relationships, they would not work, because I saw everything, saw the kitchen from inside, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you don't have kids, you can really work with it. I mean, with changing the locations, changing cities, countries, apartments, houses, but when you have kids, it kinda gets annoying, if you can say so, and you want your comfortable corner to stay, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that fun, you know. And when I gave birth, thanks God, we had 3 years contract, more than 3 years we stayed in one club, so I kind of had time to a little bit settle down here. Also, we were lucky because Errol football clubs, they allowed Errol to live with his family, with us, with me and kids. A lot of football players, a lot of football clubs, then really like to do it because they believe that family is something that distracts football players, but may not agree with it. I really believe that family actually helps football player to perform good and to stay motivated, because I believe a job is a job and life is life. I mean, you can turn your job into your life. Well, those people, them not really think so. So a lot of them, they do anything to stop football player from coming with the family. But we only face that at the end of our relationships, business relationships with those people. So I remember one time Errol came home and he told me that whoever told him that he couldn't come and visit us without their permission. So it was, I mean, that's a nonsense, because somebody can actually tell you what to do with your freedom. Like, really, I mean, even during daytime he couldn't visit us, and I'm not talking about sleeping in the house with us. He couldn't do it. And it was very, very unsafe for us to stay in a foreign country. Me, and I had one newborn baby and one toddler, sleeping in the nights. And we had already one accident. Somebody jumped our fence one time and stole all the shoes on the veranda, and they stole even Errol 12 years size shoes, and in that country nobody wears that size. I mean, they don't even produce that size. Errol couldn't buy 12 US in that country because they simply, nobody wears that size. So we don't know what them did with those shoes, but we know they sold it to the street vendors, and then those street vendors, they put it on the mat on the streets and just sell it. You know, that's how it goes. So after that situation, we were really afraid, and Errol was very afraid for us to sleep in that house. And like I told you, in a foreign country, it's very hard to change houses, apartments, because they are limited also, and a lot of curves in that too. So you kind of want to just have this house, and I really already made it comfortable, and it was a perfect house for me and kids, so I never wanted to move. Yeah. So safety reasons also, I believe that you have to live with your husband, boyfriend under one roof. All right. And even on a mental level, I mean, in a foreign country, you don't know the language, you don't know how to communicate with people, you don't know nothing, and your spouse becomes only one person who you can share your thoughts with, who you can open your soul to, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have, because you don't have friends in that country, you don't have nobody to invite for a cup of tea, because people just simply them not talk English, them not understand you. So you feel like an alien, like a stranger, and you feel like you not belong really there. All right. So it kind of stressing also. And football players, they travel a lot. Them travel a lot. Them travel like for sometimes for 3 weeks. So as a wife, you have to understand that you have to deal with it also. Stay alone on your own with the kids. And do all this household stuff, and take care of you, your kids, yourself, and your husband just simply can be there for you 24/7. Yeah. And next thing, why I truly believe that football players, them have them own families, of own wives by them side, because them have a lot of temptations. A lot of women around them want a piece of your husband, because they know what going, they know who they are, they know how much they make. Okay, and guys, it's so funny, but 3 clubs we've been to, 2 countries, there is always one accountant lady who knows everybody's business, and she, money business. Yeah. So she always flirts with football players and try to catch one, you know what I'm saying? And it's very easy because football players them visit office really regular, because they have a lot of things to do in the office. So that lady, she's like a snake. She will come closer and closer, and you're not going notice how she will end up in your wallet, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of football players, they actually fall for that trap. Yeah, but that's not about what is it about, that's what it is. I hope you guys understood here. Read between the lines, okay? Yeah. And other than those women, there are a lot of fun club women. They also want to have some access to foreign players funds, a lot of gold diggers, a lot of those model girls, sport reporters. I tell you a lot. I'm not talk about 20 women, but talk about hundreds of women that want a piece of your husband or something. So that's why I believe that as a football wife, you always have to look presentable. You always have to look pretty, and you have to always match your husband. You can't really relax and say, yeah, he's mine, so mission completed, no. But next thing is that if your husband or boyfriend, he's not really loyal to you anyway, he is going to find a chance to cheat on you or something, even if you are going to live with him in the same city and in the same house. And it is true, because I knew one story. There was one African guy. He carried his girlfriend from Africa all the way down to that country, and one day they went to a nightclub, and obviously he liked somebody there, so he wanted to let go his girlfriend. He wanted to take her back home, because he wanted to continue having fun with that lady. So that African girl, she realized his girlfriend, she realized what was going on, and she started arguing with him. So they were arguing on the way back home. They were driving a motorbike, and they met an accident. Yeah, so unluckily that woman, she died. This African lady died, and he survived. And I couldn't believe in that story, because like yesterday I saw them together, and when my husband told me that that happened, I couldn't believe. And a lot of football players, what they do, local football players, that country where my husband he was playing for, what they do when they go to play game away from their home city, what they do, they take out their wedding rings and they go to nightclubs, they party after games, and I mean those men, they know what they do, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe when you go to a nightclub, of course you're gonna find adventures on your ass. Nightclub is not a place where you can find something, you know, innocent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nightclub is a place where you definitely go to find adventures. You know what I'm saying? You know what kind of adventures I'm talking about? Yeah. So a lot depends also on your men here, but it is a very high risk that you're gonna be cheated on when you're in a distance relationships with a football player. I'm telling you, just believe me and trust me. So next thing you have to understand that you probably will need to become a shadow for your husband, and a lot of people, they're going to treat you like you're a pretty thing, a pretty add-in to your husband. I mean, they're not gonna take you serious. They're gonna look at you like you're just I don't know what, a decoration probably or something. Yeah. And it's a little bit disrespectful, and a lot of, I remember everywhere we went with my husband, somebody wanted to take a picture with him, they always asked me to do it, and then no one wanted. Sometimes they would ask me to go and take a picture with them, but most of the times they would ask me. Yeah. And you have to understand that, you know, your husband, he is you know, their idol. Those people, they look at him as somebody, you know, they admire him, because most people who do it, fun club, you know, fun club followers, fun club mostly men, you know. And I remember when I had Facebook one time, when my husband, he just started play for the team. I'm not gonna mention names. I had about 100 requests per day, but it's tricky also, cause them only want to see what you do, what you post as a wife. Cause you know, as a woman, we always want to capture every moment and, you know, kind of show off with it, post it to show people, you know, see I live like this, you know, see I bought this. Yeah. And sometimes those fun clubs people, they love to use it against your husband. When if team would go through some stress, if team would lose, they would come back. They would come and blame your husband because foreigners. Yeah, because every blame is on foreigners. I mean, locals, they just like you know, background. Yeah, every blame is on foreigners. And you as a wife, you need to keep your personal life really, really private when the season is going on, because nobody have to know what you guys do, nobody have to know what you buy, nobody have to know what you eat, where you live. Yeah, just keep it private and closed. Yeah, and nobody are gonna bash your husband and put blame on him, because them are gonna simply not gonna know nothing. And it's pretty hard, because you as a woman, you want, you know, kind of show off and things. Here, I remember one time I posted a picture. My husband scored a goal, so I was very happy for him. And I just posted his score. I remember I wrote something. I tried to cheer up the team, and I was celebrating my husband's goal, of course. So one guy from a fun club, he left a comment, and he said, "Oh, Madame is counting her money, because I mean, every goal they pay football players for the goal also." So that's how they think. That's how they think about those women. They only think about the material side of the question. They don't really think like you can really and truly be supportive to your spouse. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at you like that person. And it's also a little bit disrespectful in a way, and that's why also you have to keep your life private, just to avoid those moments, and just to avoid people trying to hurt you and say something to you. But I really loved, guys, when football wives, they would go to the match to cheer their husbands. They always is to provide one area for us, so all those girlfriends, wives would sit there, and it's kind of like a prestige corner with good seats and fun club on the other side, and you're with the those bosses of the teams. You're sitting like you're like you feel special. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had to sacrifice a lot. I had to sacrifice my university, my career, and I wanted to go back to the university. I remember, and I found even one international university in this city where my husband, he was playing. I was ready to start, but then again, they had like 5 years course, so I had to pay for each year, and I only would receive documents after 5 years. So with a football player, my husband, his job wasn't really, guaranteed. So I couldn't take that opportunity and say, yes, 5 years we're gonna stay here, so I'm going to be able to finish that university. No. So I couldn't start it because, and I'm glad I didn't, because after 4 years we left. So also, if you have a job, if you are a surgeon or if you are a nurse or something, job that takes practice, I think it's impossible to maintain your career. Nowadays it's more easy because you basically can build your career through social media and social media sources. So not like it was before, 5 years ago. It was not that easy. It was more complicated. Next hard thing is to understand that lifestyle you live, this football player lifestyle, you can say even celebrity lifestyle, is addictive, and you have to understand that you can only live that lifestyle while your husband, boyfriend plays football. After, it's a very high chance that you might need to find a normal job. Your husband might need to find a normal job, because a lot of football players, when they make money, they just enjoy it. They live one day, they live in a moment, and yeah, which is understandable, because other football players, they live in a moment, so you kind of try to keep up with them. You don't want to feel less, of course, and you kind of don't think about tomorrow. So for a wife, you have to also know that, keep it in your head that you always have to remind your husband about tomorrow. Yeah, if your husband, he sometimes, of course, everybody are human being, and sometimes we just want to, let go everything and just enjoy life here. But and that's how it goes here. And a lot of football players, them not really have a good education. I mean, they played all life, they were busy about them ball game and about football, so they didn't really pay attention on stuff outside football. So when they have this big money, they don't really know how to deal with it. And here comes another set of people, those smart people in our glasses, who promise them to help them to make this money work on them and stuff. So they trust around people with their money, and always remember that nobody but you can help you, if you could say so. Yeah, nobody but you can take care of you. better, you know. No other person can take care of you other than you. Nobody busy about you other than you and your family. Or sometimes the family not busy about you. So yeah, anyway, so a lot of football players them trust around people with money. I believe football players wives, they are very important. They play a huge part. And if you're a football player wife, big up for yourself. Yeah. All right guys, so sun goes down me to finish my chattings. Alright, so I hope you guys kind of have a picture on how it is to be a football player wife. All right, so it's up to you to judge. Is it hard, or it is a blessing to be a football player wife? And I hope you guys enjoy my video, and see you next time. Give me a thumbs up, I will appreciate it. So like, subscribe and share as usual. See you next time. Bye.